Okay, so this is my 1995 540i 6-speed. I figured it would be easier and quicker, more efficient to just do a quick video instead of trying to type out all the details about the car in its current state. So just a few minutes here, we'll kind of walk around the car, show you all the, I guess, the nits and defects and all that kind of fun stuff, and kind of go into a little bit of detail about what the plan is here. So first off, it's Arctis Grau metallic. Like I said, 95 6-speed. It's got these horrible, well, I don't know. Apologies to anyone who likes these wheels. I'm not even sure where they're from yet. But wow, it does not do the any justice. Let me just say that real quick. Overall, the body's in pretty good shape. It's not, it doesn't have any accidents on the Carfax or anything like that. It's just clean title, that sort of thing. There's a few dings and dents and paint chips and stuff. I mean, it's what, 24 years old now. Let's see here. Oh yeah, like you can see the dent right there. There's scuffs and all sorts of stuff on the paint, and I'm hoping it actually cleans up nicely. The trim is super, like, sun-baked. You can see the door handles and stuff, the gaskets. Already ordered some from Shogun. They're on their way, because, yeah, those are cooked. It's been an Oregon car its entire life. It was purchased in Portland in 1995, and basically lived its life between there and Salem, and then I picked it up down in Bend last weekend. I'm up here in Seattle, so it didn't go too far. So it's going to have been a Northwest car its entire life. Let's see here. Back end's in pretty good shape. Bumper's in good shape. It's got one of the original owners, first or second, I think, did some quote-unquote Denon modifications, or Dynon, however you say that properly. Has a Remus exhaust on it. It sounds pretty good. Let's see, what else? Anything else on the outside here? Yeah, there's a pretty big scuff here, and then some scratches here, that sort of thing. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys this in a minute. The door check exploded at some point, and really tore up the inside of this door, and it actually dented the exterior, and that's actually one of the pieces of the paint has obviously come off there, and the rust is starting to start there. Trying to think here, some more scratches up here, typical rock chips and stuff from the front end. Let's see here. The glass in the front actually is pretty nice. I was really surprised. They're all original halo lamps. The lenses aren't sandblasted, either that or the fog lamps. I do have information that the fog lamps were lenses replaced at some point in the history of the car. But yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with those guys. Has those sweet BMW license plate frames. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it for the exterior. Like I said, nothing super special. Yeah, pretty good shape for 25 years old, and the fact that it doesn't look like anyone's really cared for it for the last 10 years. You'll see that in the interior as we move inside. So opening up the door here, look at the disgustingness that is the interior of this car right now. So here's a close-up of the door check strap explosion. Actually, I haven't even gotten in here that closely to see what's going on, but yeah, it just grenaded and went and got two of those backing plates from what was it, Kaloa Motorsports or whatnot. And I'm hoping to be able to salvage some of that, get the Duralock cut, some of that bent out metal, and fabricate something that'll actually work with the check strap again, because I'd love to keep the door on here. It's got all the panels and stuff have the original VIN stickers on them. I know it's only just a regular 6-speed, but I like the originality of that. So if I can avoid that, that'd be great. Avoid replacing the door, that'd be great. You can see the seat leather here, totally destroyed on the bolster, of course. The back and the other bolster and the seat itself are not doing too hot either. The mechanics of the seat also need attention. It's got seat twist, not as bad as the passenger seat obviously, but it does have the seat twist issue going on. It also doesn't actually, let's see, it goes forward and it goes back. It'll go down on one side, won't go up on the other side. It's probably hard to see there. The tilt and recline does not work. The little seat bolster works though. I still think that's the coolest part of these seats anyway. Let's see, steering wheel, pretty well worn. You can just tell that it's spent a lot of time out in the sun with not a whole lot of protection. You know, no cracks or anything in the dash, but the airbag is starting to peel a little bit. Center vent, you know, to see if I can seat that a little bit more, if that's just the effect of the sun on the dashboard there. Let's see here. It's got, let's see here, 187,551 miles at the moment. Just overall pretty grubby right now. It's still got the OEM floor mats. So then first order of business, yeah, I mean, look at all this junk. It's disgusting. First order of business is to, I think I'm just gonna rip out the entire interior and deep clean this thing. Oh yeah, let's see here, this 6-speed. The shifter is just absolutely destroyed. I'm actually surprised it still drives. It's got a lot of play, and it's just, it's really tough to get into gear, that sort of thing. Plus the shift boot is obviously totally disgusting. So that's, I already got a short shift kit. I just got the UUC one coming, and I'm looking forward to installing that. If anyone's got any tips on how to do that efficiently, that'd be great. I've kind of tried to look into it. I don't think I'm gonna have to remove any of the exhaust or driveline or anything like that, but tips would be appreciated if you've done it before. Let's see, bulbs on the OBC are burnt out, so I got bulbs coming for that. Let's see, yeah, you can't really tell. Yeah, it's still too light out, you can't really see anything. Radio turns on, but it does not, there's no sound. Well, obviously I don't have the key in right now, so that's not gonna work. But gotta do a little troubleshooting on that. Originally when I got it, the code was up, so I finally got the code in there, but still no sound coming out of that. So I'm assuming it's either the amp itself has blown up, or the fuse under the, I think there's a fuse under the back seat from what I've heard, or I've been reading on the forums. So when I got the interior to clean this bad boy, I'll probably be looking for that to see if that's the culprit or not. Let's see, yeah, it just like, oh God, that just drives me nuts how bad that seat's in bad shape there. Let's see here. Yep, already showed you the grubby door card. That shouldn't be too hard to clean up. Sill plates, not in great shape. They're kind of beat up. Let's see here. That's the front. Here's the back. Again, still very, I guess, worn. It's got the silver grau hell interior. And there's like a repair there you can see. I always like looking at, you know, what these things look like when they were new, for the areas that don't really get touched. Let's see here. So yeah, not as much cleaning back here, but still it just needs a good, you know, hose down, if you will. The rear shelf is starting to obviously peel here in the back corners. That's kind of the least of my worries at this point. But you know, doesn't look too bad or anything like that. Yeah, door check straps on all the other doors are still in good shape, and the door panels aren't delaminated or anything like that. So that's good stuff. Oh yeah, I mean, you can just see the discoloration of these seatbelt retainers, if you will. That's gonna drive me nuts too, so I'll probably be on the lookout for non-discolored versions of those. Let's see, is there anything else? Anything in the trunk here? Yeah, the jack. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to get that back in behind here. I was looking at that the other night. It didn't necessarily intuitively make sense to me, so I'm going to figure that out. I think this is kind of interesting. I have no idea what wheel this is, but it looks like it's the original spare tire. I mean, it's a Pirelli P600. Those things, I think that's what these things originally came with from the factory. But yeah, I've never seen a rim like this at all. So I'll be curious to know if anyone else knows what this thing is, or if this is just the spare that usually came with these cars. I have no idea, but I'd appreciate some insight there. Let's see here. I think that's it. Oh, toolkit. Of course, the gratuitous toolkit shot. Yeah, it's not too bad. A little bit of rust in there. Warning triangle's not there, but I don't think these things came with them anyway. Could be wrong. I have no idea what this thing is. Might be a radio removal tool, but yeah, obviously not in its standard location. So yeah, so that's not doing too bad there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to bringing this thing back. It obviously needs a lot of help here and there. Pulls pretty strong. The engine is, let's see what I do. Oh, when I got it home this last weekend, I dropped the pan to check for oil pump bolts being loose, and there's a lot more sludge in there than I would have liked to have seen, but got most of it out. Scraped it out of the bottom of the, I guess the upper oil pan in there, and got some of it cleaned out. So we're just going to be doing some frequent oil changes from here on out, probably every 2,500 miles or so, until it starts to look a little bit cleaner. I decided to run 15W50 in it. I think that is kind of what the original manuals say. Been kind of digging around and try to figure out what an appropriate weight is for this temperature. During the summer, Pacific Northwest is, anywhere between 50 and, well, probably high 80s. And I know these things like thick oil, but God, it's really hard to find those heavy weights these days. So if you got any additional info on that, I would love to hear what you'd suggest, brands as well. I know this is the eternal question for most people. So anyway, I think that's it. Just a quick introduction video. Yeah, I hope to be posting a little bit more in the forums now and getting to know the rest of you guys. I think these are really awesome cars. I'm originally, we can see out of R32 in the garage. This is also in a billion pieces right now. It's a completely different story. And I have an older Mercedes, so this is my first BMW, and looking forward to learning. Thanks for watching. See you later.